Okay, I think we are live. One thing I always like to do first thing is just check my own live stream, see if it's working out, see if things are coming through okay. Alright, I can hear my voice just fine. Obviously, I've not turned my screen on yet. That still has to happen. But I think the screen's gonna go well. It often does. Well, I think the next thing I should probably do before I start doing much. Let's see here. Can I get a link this way? I'm gonna just try to get a link to the stream, share it to places. So this will take a bit of time if people are already here. Which let me see if anybody's here. No one's here, not in the chat at least. I don't know who could be watching. Just telling people I am live on YouTube right now. All right, it may be that we'll get some people in here to say hello. Which is fun, you know. This is what we want. We want at best one visitor. I think that would be grand. Anyway, let's turn on macOS. I actually want to turn it on to our DAW here. There we go. I guess I could have just navigated to the DAW. Doesn't matter. But anywho, we're gonna try and look at this project here. This project being like a track. You know, most of my projects are going to be tracks. I guess I could just say track. But yeah, I thought about bringing a sample in. Looks like you'll be able, yeah, you can see everything that I have on my screen here, which is probably fine. I'm just gonna look into the fun audio sources folder that I have here. I believe what I want to use is, if I remember right, so maybe that would be nice to use here. So for context, I should probably play a little bit of this tune here. This is actually a fun kind of housey tune that I started, gosh, like a year and a half ago probably. Finally trying to finish it, and it sounds like this. So that's fun. And then I have this breakdown section here. I want to add some extra chord layerings, some extra layers, and I'm wondering if this one chord here that I just listened to will be a good fit. So we want one of these. Yeah, so what we'd want to do, because it's in a higher key, of course. I believe it's that, close. The thing is, I feel like it's not detuned, but maybe just tuned kind of in between some notes that are more that are more frequent in this particular track. Because I think yeah, the way that, because I think this chord sample is actually like a sample that I'm just changing the pitches of. So if anything, we just want this to match this a little better. And I don't know if it's like, they say, you know, oh, it could be 440, 432 hertz, all that fancy music stuff. I don't know where we are right now. I don't know where we are hertz-wise with this particular track. Really, what I'm focusing on here is just trying to make things match, you know. So this feels a bit high up. Maybe that'll help. I can't tell. I'm moving downwards. I didn't mean to do that. Hang on. Unless that would work. It feels a bit too sharp. One thing we can do to see how well this can be cemented in is if we just keep using it. Like, one idea that we could do. Wait, hang on. Yeah, because we could try. That way it's kind of going along with the chords that were already established by this thing. So let's see here. So that's one way to do it. And then of course we could try having this be lower. Yeah. I don't know how well that'll flow. By itself, it sounds kind of cool, but other than that, I'm not quite sure. That does give me an idea. Maybe we do this the first 3 times, and then the 4th time. That could always be fun, because as you've heard, the 4th time around for this thing, it's like it adds that new note in there. So you could do that if you wanted to. Well, yeah, I think, I don't know. Maybe I'm not used to hearing it just yet, but I think the key to that is just hearing it more often, and then maybe seeing how it sits inside your brain a little bit. Curious about is because I also have this piano sequence that I chopped up a while back that where I'm kind of doing a similar thing. I'm kind of doing the very same thing actually as far as like the rhythm of it. Excuse me. Yeah, I wonder what this would sound like over this. Okay, now I'm wondering. you isolate this a little more with like with like less things in the mix, you kind of notice how wonky it is. And here's the thing, for this particular track that already kind of has an established rhythm to it, you know, like there's already a rhythm and a groove that you're kind of getting into. Um, you know, it's already very percussive, and you kind of get that from the beginning of the mix. I'm pretty sure. Already that hook, and I feel like this goes against but by itself, it feels like it still works. It would just, I feel like for me, it would work better in a different context, a different kind of musical context. So I don't know if, because it's really just this little bit here, the bit that's pitched down. If I turn it up and just do this, that may not be as much of an issue because it wasn't earlier. So we'll see. We'll listen to it again, I think. That just seems better to me, I suppose. And then after that, we have this other piano sequence. Which, honestly, right now I'm starting to like a little better than this one. And I kind of want to hear how these two would sound together. I might mute the vocal that plays. I don't know if we'll need that right now while we're listening. But I'm wondering how it would sound with the piano. That still feels a little. So now that I'm maybe bring this down. I don't know how much. thing, by the way. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I also had an idea to kind of this part suddenly gets louder, and I think it's because I turn off the oh no, I don't turn off the channel EQ, but I bring the gain up by like that much, like instantly. So I did have an idea where I just kind of shorten this. What if I did like a... And then, gosh, what could I do? Could I do like one of these things, maybe? I could do better than that. I could probably do like a chop that up, chop that up. Gives me another idea. We could try and do this instead. It's like this thing. That's a maybe. That's a very random idea that I just had, but maybe I'll listen to it again and think, oh yeah, that was a good that was the right thing to do there just then. But I don't know. What else did I want to do? Because you really could just do whatever you want. You really could just put whatever you want on top of this, couldn't you? You know. Of course, you want to. You want to be able to know when to stop too, because otherwise you're just gonna fall into a pit of, oh, no track is ever truly finished, and maybe that's true philosophically, but also you want to be comfortable, you know, sealing it away and setting it off by the time that you think there's enough in there, you know. And I'm just trying to think like what else I'd want in this thing. It'll do just fine as like a club track, right? But I feel like maybe I could add a little more stuff, like a couple more layers of things. There could be another sample in here. There could be a synthesizer. I had one idea for each of those like pathways, like so like we could have like a bit of a subtle synth type thing. I always like to use. I think it's this one here. This is a very fun pad on Ableton that I enjoy using. So all I'd really want to do here is just have like a one note hold, and then let's see, do one of those things. Doesn't have to be a phaser. We could either do that, or we could just do this. I find that when you try and hang on, let me try something. So it automatically snaps to the beat itself, which is super cool. And then when you switch it to here, I feel like it's slightly offbeat. So one thing I always do to kind of combat that, I bring it up to like 220 because I found that that's a pretty good way to keep it like to have it be more like tight to the beat that it's in. And I never figured out why 220 specifically, but it sounds more like it's following it than at 0. Which is not quite there yet, but here it is. I couldn't find this exact result for whatever reason with any other one that I tried. I don't know why. Yeah, I just like this one. This one just sits very nicely, in my opinion. So we'll go with this, and then I don't know. We'll mess around. I think I wanted to have this during the piano bit here. Just use it as like an additional shaker kind of texture. That would be great, actually. And that would work very well in this. Maybe a little bit. I'm not sure yet. But we can mess around with that. I don't know about chorus. I don't know if we need to put much emphasis on chorus for this one. We could actually have it start before the piano bit because this part. So I'm thinking we could just have the cutoff begin like right at the bottom and then make its way up, and it'll take some time to hear what it's doing if we do it that way. So we could just kind of like right now I'm playing, you can barely hear it, but there's something. Because the moment we bring this up, it's like, yeah, this is what we're playing this. You just can't hear it all the way down at 30 hertz in the cutoff on the cutoff knob there. So I'm thinking we start that way. Measure 57. We could just kind of make like a really long note. Oh gosh. Yeah. Just hold this out for however long we have to. I feel like we could probably just have this go on for the entire rest of the song. You know, that's what like I don't know, like 3, 4 more minutes or something. It's basically going to be my next live show, just playing one note on a synthesizer for 5, 10 minutes. Okay, well we can work with this, I think. Because as soon as we have this, we can just work on automation. That's really all I wanted to focus on anyway. Was just having that note there, holding it, doing automation on um, the synthesizer itself. Because we just want like a subtle kind of element, and there doesn't have to be too much at play here. I think I just want something to kind of float in the background, to keep it kind of, I don't know, to keep it less empty, I suppose. Because in its nature, it's a very repetitive track, and we could have more things that could keep it fun in case people listen and think, oh, well, I don't like how it's so repeaty. Um, I don't know. I mean that may not even be like a big critique. I've come to know a lot of folks who like dance music, and that in its nature works best repetitive. But I always liked the idea of adding some stuff just for fun. It doesn't have to be too much, because you don't want to burn yourself out. But this will probably do the trick. This isn't a lot that I'm doing, um, but you know, over time, I'm sure I'll be motivated enough to to suddenly do more than I intended. I already thought maybe using these two knobs could be fun, but I have no idea if that will give way to more knobs being messed around with. Honestly, though, I'm pretty confident in what we have so far. Where we just need like two knobs, because that's a good start to kind of not overwhelm yourself with ideas. I'll we'll hear how it sounds if we, gosh, where's the piano? If we have it go all the way up before hitting the piano, we'll just hear how that sounds. this way up gradually because I feel like it gets too loud by this point. If anyone is watching, feel free to drop some questions if you have any, because I don't know. I think it could be cool to make some that's assuming anyone actually has burning questions. Fish for I like this. I like this. Yeah, I think this volume thing is gonna be okay. The volume automation here. So I think, gosh, I think it's adding something to this next bit, but very, very slightly. I don't know if you can even like tell. But you can probably still tell that something's happening. Maybe I should straight up just turn this thing up by the time we get to this bit here. Because that could be... Well, let's give it a shot. -3? Like around like here, probably. There we go. with this synth doing its thing. Yeah, we love a good yeah. I think that's called a gate, the technical term for the for that effect. There's probably a lot more to it. I'm just thinking of keywords probably, but I'm using the auto pan, which Kate, if you're still watching, I believe I told you about this one. This is the thing that I like to use on a lot of stuff. I've used it on samples like audio samples. I've used it on just the synthesizer just now. Sometimes I'll use it on just like MIDI instruments. It's good for rhythm. It's good for rhythm. It's good to keep things rhythmic. That's really the main thing I use it for. I always just set it to here. Where it just kind of like is snapping to like a fraction of a fraction of the rhythm that you choose. So like quarter notes, no, sorry, 16th notes obviously are always fun to mess around with. But you can go longer or wider with these, and you can change basically whatever you want. It starts out as being like panning from left to right, but I always just kind of like to keep it center. Yeah, and then I think, gosh, after this, there's like one more thing I wanted to put in here because I just remembered that there is a similar sample to this one that I've used before. I've actually used the one I'm thinking of in cooperation with this one. I've used both of these. I've used both in a track of mine from last year called Fanged Magnolias, and they both evoke a similar vibe, I think. So I'm thinking if I drop that other one in here, if it would kind of, I'm wondering if it'll do a better job of complementing like the piano, because I'm wanting something to complement the piano as far as like serving a similar purpose, either together with the piano or separate. Because like I have this bit here that doesn't have the piano, but it's kind of doing a similar thing. I'm just wanting that sort of common kind of layer, where it's like, oh, it's just nice, kind of like um, sprightly chords over the whole thing. So let me just kind of, I believe it would be in here. I think it's this one, which is a long audio file. I literally only need like the first chord from it. Oh, hang on a second. That's not even the right one. That's my bad. I believe... Oh, might be this one, actually. Yeah, it might be this one. Oh, crap. Hang on. Yeah, maybe this one could be cool. Yeah, it definitely takes longer to it's a much slower well, not much slower, but it's a slower glissando, I suppose you could say. And I can't even remember if there's another instance of this that I sampled from. But it's nice. Ooh. I could probably use that. Get rid of this. Ooh, a major chord. Ah, this one's fun. What if I just used this as well? See, this has become me just taking advantage of a bunch of stuff. See, this is cool. Just this alone, you could turn this into something. I have no idea what though, but that's a good loop. Anyway, hope everything's still working on stream. Like I hope things are going well still. I actually I meant to ask earlier, but when I play the music, is the music so loud that my voice is no longer heard? I realize that I talk over the music sometimes, and I don't have to do it, so the volume difference probably won't be a problem if I didn't. But since I have already, just without knowing it, I guess I wanted to ask, like, is my voice not heard as well? If so, I think I want to keep the music volume the same way if it's not like blasting in anyone's ears. But I think I might try not to talk as much when the music is playing. I think for the most part that won't be a problem, but I feel like yeah, I don't think about that all the time. So I'll just I just thought I'd ask that question. Egg. Sounds like she's saying egg. Maybe a little bit. Hang on, hang on. Okay, now she's really saying egg. Okay, I gotta make this into something. So this is where the ADHD tendencies kind of kick in a little bit, because now I'm wondering like what kind of sample sequence can be made for something completely different, mayhaps. Yeah, so like for instance, like take this tempo. Also, what if we tried this too? Just be like a. This is so dumb, but let's try one more thing. Yeah, that's fun. Yes, this is the head start for this is gonna be the egg song, I think. This is how we begin working on the egg song. This is the blueprint. Yeah, I literally did this earlier with some of these piano samples. When I was chopping up all these piano samples, I did a similar thing where I made this sequence. Like this just sounded very nice and could be looped very well. I don't know what I'll use it for, but I have it right here in case. Problem is, if I'm going to keep like doing this across multiple like Ableton projects, and we have to remember all the stuff that I do on there, which sometimes I do if I like whenever I go back to the projects after some time, but I gotta remember that I made these, you know, all these hidden like new ideas that could become things. It's so fascinating to me, but yeah, I guess yeah, I guess I don't know, like maybe. Yeah, I guess I don't know. Hang on. That's to say, I don't know how I expect these to work in the same way that maybe these do. I could listen for other instances of a chord in here. Ooh. Okay, hang on a second. This may just this may have just been the this may just be the answer that we've needed. I actually am curious about something. Just a very this is going to be another like ADHD kind of thing, but it's a lot more relevant to the to this track, um, and that is, let me look for it. You can see everything I'm doing here. I realize I've got a bunch of old stuff on here. I believe it's under sequences. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'm curious about this a little bit because I had mentioned fanged magnolias earlier. I just want to hear something. Wait a sec. Okay, this is yeah, this is the kind of thing that I want for the track I'm making. I remember hearing something in Fang Magnolias, and it turns out that was neither of the the two sample sources I brought in. It's actually this. I don't know if you can hear it very well. I put a some crazy filter work over this, but yeah, I think I want to bring this in here actually. I think that might do better. Um, but still, at the same time, it's good even to have what we put in anyway because that's just more options for us. It's so funny though. But yeah, no, the really cool thing about Ableton is you can literally paste things you copy from other projects and then they're just right there, albeit without the EQ, without the audio effects that you worked with on the original project it was on. But you do have the raw clip, you know, so you can work with that. And it's warped the same way. It still has the same settings on here. Uh, you just have it raw to start out, and then you can do whatever you want with it on the new project you put it in. So it's fun. It's cool. Oh, someone asks how chill is the stream. Gosh, I mean, you tell me. I don't know when. I don't know how long you've been here, but I don't know. Hopefully you're getting a feel of how of just how chilled out it is. I'll say like I still have morning voice right now, and it is 1 p.m. I'm chilling out for sure. I'm just kind of like kicking back. I'm not coasting necessarily. I was about to say I was coasting, but I am trying to also grind at the same time. Uh, as you can tell, I'm trying to make this thing, trying to make a thing here, but I'm also absolutely chilling at the same time. Like I'm like I'm just things are are cool and easy. Uh, anyway, bit of a long-winded way of explaining it, but yeah, we're just making a house beat, um, and I'm trying to put some samples in here that I think would work well. Uh, I believe this is turned up turned down a bit, so we could work with this mayhaps. It's gonna be the exact same thing, I think. Oh, that's fun. That's cool actually. We could work with that. I'm curious though. I'm curious about how this would sound. Oh, hang on a second. What if we turn off complex? Ooh, hang on a moment. This might actually be perfect. Also, I didn't mean to turn down the volume. I'm doing good. Oh, thanks, man. All right, let's. No, I keep turning down the volume. I gotta come here. I think I know why it happens because it's set to 8 instead of just 0, and that's throwing me off a little bit. But I think this is what we need to do. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, that's cool. I think well to me right now it is. But also it may just be settled with the piano. Also, what would it sound like if? Let me see. Could you? We could also do that here, couldn't we? Oh, but this could be the one where we lower it. Maybe. Oh, my voice is barely hearable compared to your song in the stream. Yeah, I guess that's fair. Let me turn myself up a little bit. Yeah, well, the problem is I don't want to accidentally be too loud. I've had that problem in previous streams I've done where I've been louder than the music. I want to prevent that. So usually to play it safe, I try to make myself softer. Oh, international exam tomorrow. Good luck on your. Okay, cool. Well, thanks. I'm happy that you tuned in. You know, I appreciate it. I will definitely finish this beat. I'm determined. I appreciate your support. Thanks for coming. All right. Yeah, I don't know if I like. Yeah, I don't know if I like that. I could just. glad I caught that mistake. Okay, gotcha. Fun thing where we mess with panning. Let's just see how that sounds. I've got a plan then. I've got a plan. We will do that. Is that? Yeah. Will not work, and that's fine. It has returned. I just saw your message. Ooh, I like. Thank you. Thank you for the like. That like means a lot to me. That's what I wanted to do. see about this plan here. What do we want to do? that does give me another idea. We use an auto filter on this bad boy. But only have it on for this one measure. Alright? Oh, hold up a second. We gotta do it this way. Maybe. I'm not sure. That would require this to be on for a little while longer, I think. Back in for fun. about this to export my next draft version, and then listen to it in the car or something, and then see how I feel about it. Because we added quite a bit more since the last draft that I made, so it could all sound fine to me now, and then I'll have to figure out just what the heck I'm gonna do after. Uh, I also can refer back to my notes because I do have like a note on my phone of a just like a report that I write for myself for all the stuff I work on, um, and like what still needs to be added. Last entry was late last month. We'll see what I said about this one. Just gotta continue working on this one, and we'll see from there. Okay, well, I did continue working on it, and I did see from there, so I fulfilled my wishes. Oh, thanks for the love. Thanks for all the love. I'm seeing those hearts. Actually, give me just 1 second. I'll turn. Wait. What's going on? All right. Sorry, I'm figuring out how OBS works at the moment. Let me turn this back on in just a bit. Um, we've got 7 views on this bad boy. That's fun. That's so cool. All right. Kate says, of course, less than 3. Thanks, Kate. That means a ton. Happy to have you here today. Yeah, I've wanted to try and like live stream again on YouTube for a while, but um, live streaming can just be weird sometimes. I always feel like something goes wrong. Even in this case, I have no idea how loud I am. Maybe you hear me fine, as long as music isn't playing. You know, I can never be too confident. I can never be too sure with like the technical my technical approach to it. Aw, thanks for all the hearts, for all the heart emojis. Okay, so there's a chance you're probably watching this seconds after I'm like doing it. There might be a bit of a delay there if I'm just now seeing your heart stuff. Whatever though. I feel like that happens anyway. Like when I go onto a live stream, that lag would just that would be the case. Yeah, if you turn me up loud, you can hear me. Yeah. Well, here's the thing about me turning myself up. If I turn myself up this way, I feel like it's gonna take in like background noise, and that might get in the way of. It won't get in the way of me talking, but I feel like it would just be a bit of an unneeded ambience while I'm already trying to play music on the live stream as well. So I try and turn myself down to kind of avoid that. And maybe if I can find like a really good balance, that'd be a good thing to shoot for. But I also mostly want to put the music at the forefront. So it's like, yeah, one of these days I'll have to invest in like a working microphone. I don't know if any of the microphones I have work very well anymore. Especially considering I've had them for years. But I'd probably want one in the long run for the reason that if I decide to move forward with my podcast idea, which that I Kate on here knows about this. Um, it's something that I've thought about, but you would need a good microphone to even make that work. I think so. It's listenable, so it's bearable. So I'd have to invest in something like that. There are a lot of things I want to invest in. I want to invest in a camera holder for a car window. I can film stuff in my car. Um, yeah, just different different kinds of tech that could be fun and useful and important for what I want to do. So anyway, it's a mini rant, but yeah, honestly, Yeah, with what I've got now, I feel like I can make things happen still. I just have to make some adjustments. For sure, same here. A lot to invest in. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I know that you invested in a car, like a whole car. That must have been quite the quite the investment. Um, but yeah, I don't know. But would you know what the next thing is that you're trying to invest in? Like, do you have a sure plan for it? Because I guess I've only just now thought about the mic thing, and I've been thinking long and hard about the camera thing. So maybe the camera should be the first thing. Literally a car. Yeah, quite literally, you have a car. But that's great. Now, you know what? I just thought about this. You have car speakers now. You probably better car speakers. You could test all your tracks using those speakers. Yeah, car video thing to hold my phone. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly the thing that I want to look for. They might have them on Amazon. Quite frankly, I could do some looking abouts. Actually, give me one moment here. So if I go to yeah, let's do some quick shopping here. So last I was on Amazon, I was looking into a gaming PC so I could play like Windows games in a much more convenient format than I currently do. I'm running like a wine server these days, and that's apparently taking up a lot of bandwidth. And it's like I don't know if I want to keep living my life that way. So those are two options, both about the same amount. Well, this one's cheaper. Um, yeah, let's see here. Let's look for yes, Amazon is a good place. Better car speakers to listen to blast your music in. Yeah, I had a good time in my car yesterday. On my way to and from work, I was just blasting um, one of my um, one of my Spotify playlists, and it was fun. It was fun. Like on my way to Dutch Bros to get to get a drink afterwards, I was just cruising and just blasting music. Well, not like windows down or anything, because I don't want to be like a nuisance. Uh, well, we'll teach their own, I suppose. But yeah, I was blasting music. I thought it was really cool. So yeah, you would want that kind of car for that kind of sensation. Let's look for gosh, phone holders for your car. I swear Amazon listens to me. I swear Amazon just listens to us talk about things and then just gives us stuff. So yeah, so something like this, something exactly like this. I always think, oh, like it's like a suction cup for the window. It sticks to the window and you can freaking, you know, do stuff. So you probably want like a either like a dashboard or a windshield type thing, mayhaps. It's always fun. Yeah, it's always fun. Yeah. So we could get one of these. Could be kind of cool. This is only 9.99. Also 9.99. Yeah, it could be nice to get one that's only 9.99 because these all look like the things that I. It looks like just the thing that I need. You know, like stick it on an air vent and then set yourself up and be like, all right, you're able to see me, you know, front and center or maybe slightly askew while I'm driving, and this is gonna be perfect. So yeah, yeah, really anything that's 9.99 seems to be what I'm looking for. So that's good. This one's 24.99. I don't know if I need a ton of fancy stuff. I'm not sure. Like this looks to be the exact same, and I could get that. Delivery, uh, free delivery June 26th. If I were to get it now, I guess that's what that means. Fastest delivery will be tomorrow. So I could get one of these bad boys and see how this works. I see they look like they serve the same purpose. I'm not sure which one I want to get. It could be very easy to overwhelm yourself with choice here, but I think if I just get one of them, that'll serve the purpose just fine. They're super affordable. Yeah, $10. Like, geez, Louise. I could afford that now, easily. What with all the money I'm making at my current job, it's like, yeah, this is this is easy, easy breezy. So yeah, if I get one of these, I could just yeah, I could just have it and film, and I don't foresee any problems if I could just connect it to the air vent like it seems to be doing now. I think this is how you would do that. It looks like an air vent situation. Yeah, just like hook it in there. Yeah, that's what I'm sure about. Yeah, I think this could work. Well, I'm glad we went looking because I've been meaning to look for a while and I've just not done it. So, what better time than on a live stream that started out as me just like making music and now we're here on Amazon. Uh, yeah, no, I'm glad that we had a look. And then I won't worry so much about the microphone just yet. I mean, I know microphones can generally be pretty expensive. Um, I'll probably yeah, I'll think about that later. I'll probably ask around like what a good like thing to invest in would be as far as like microphones because I could use some feedback. I think this this was a breeze, however, because it looks like you can get some stuff here for cheap. Um, all right, so let's let's go ahead and export this for what it is currently. I think we want to end this around here. I think. Oh, actually, let me listen. Let me listen to the ending real quick, 'cause I remember right when I got back onto this for the live stream, I listened to the ending. Wasn't sure if I liked it at the time, but now let's just hear it again. Yeah, that's probably fine actually. Bass goes away, ends with that. Yeah, that's okay. Okay, so we're gonna do 177, one measure over. We're gonna call this. Let's see here. Yeah. So we did the second go a couple days ago. This is gonna be the third go, and then there will be times when I feel like I've come far enough with the track that I'm liking it a lot, and maybe I could make some tweaks, but they're not bothering me at the moment. And what I have could be good enough to just post to SoundCloud, and then when I'm ready to release it on an album, I can have more stuff done to it. I did that for my Capsule album earlier this year. I'm doing that again with some other tracks that I've posted afterwards. So it there's a chance I could be really happy with this, like really happy with it, and I could just post this pretty soon. Um, so there's that. Uh, ooh wee, yes, 100%, Kate. I'm with you. Ooh wee. Yeah, it's. See, I I think a main reason why live streams aren't why I don't frequently do them is because I spend a lot more time like on VCs on Discord with folks, and I hear people react to things, and I think I'm more used to that than just doing this. I wanted to do this today because I feel like it would be better for productivity, but also like hearing folks actually say "ooh wee" brings me more joy than just see. Although I like seeing it as a comment because it looks like how I'd expect it to sound. So there is still joy there. I know that I like to be with people sometimes when I know that they would be excited about about stuff. Um, but yeah, live streams are good for productivity because I feel like when I am streaming, I am in complete control of what is happening, and people are just tuning in to see me do stuff. Um, that's not to say that I don't like VCs. Of course, the social aspect of it will always be my favorite thing. I'll prefer that to live streams as far as like a social gathering. Um, but on VCs, everyone's trying to share stuff they're working on, and also, yeah, we're all kind of like we'll sometimes at the same time all be working on things, and I feel like I'll get distracted and want to look at what other people are doing, and it's always fun. But I know that in the general sense, um, it has a hold it on productivity and my own kind of like means of um, tr- trying to apply things on my end. So yeah, I feel like it could be good to balance like live streaming, VCing. I like every other day, just do a different thing. That could be a good system. I like systems, but yeah. Let's see. There was another track as well that I kind of have been working on side by side with this one here, which is also going to be on my upcoming album. And I'm very thrilled because I did also manage to figure out a full arrangement for this one. I just I just I do have to now go back and make tweaks within the arrangement and actually like make it sound nicer. I think there's a bit where this bass is just very loud compared to this bass. Yeah, you can see the velocity is at 80. This is one like the max. So we're gonna start by changing that up a bit. We're gonna just make it the same, and then it'll be completely fine, and then everyone will be okay. So we're just gonna copy paste because it should be just the exact same. And then this is just gonna be the same as this. This is the main bass line. We repeat this over and over. And then actually, let me check my notes to see what comments I made about this back in May. Oh, I also just wrote, gotta keep working on this, but we'll see. Yeah, because back in May, I hadn't figured out how to finish this track. So by the time I finish tracks, I usually know like what I want to write about as far as like what needs to be done still. If I'm not finished yet, I always just tell myself, okay, we'll finish this and then figure it out, you know? Because usually that's the first thing that needs to happen is you need to find the ending. So, oh yeah, and then there's also some freaking samples that exist on jump drives. And I gotta plug those in to to activate them. Which it's no trouble really. You know, it's a bit messier. I get well, it's more tedious, but I don't know if I can do something about it. Whatever it is, I just do it. So yeah, we'll save our progress. Reopen this. Everything should be back in place. Yeah. Okay, it's buffering. There we go. Yeah, this is a big project, I will say. You may notice that it's called New Romantics / Cloud Castle, and the reason is because I worked on Cloud Castle in the same project, in the same session. So this is all the stuff for Cloud Castle right here. Excuse me. And then this is all the stuff for the other track that I'm working on, which has less to it. It's gonna be a bit more minimal, I think. But yeah, this one I threw a lot in here because I was feeling like it. With this, I don't know how much more it needs. Not too sure. But I do want to make sure it sounds okay just all around. So we'll just have a listen here with our headphones. I've not listened to it on headphones actually when I was working on it, which is kind of funny. So we'll actually hear how it all, how it all flows. Ideally, I think. there was a bit of wind interference that I guess I got rid of in the first instance, and so now I gotta copy it and paste it in here to fix that problem. There we go. Pretty. Thanks, Kate. I could do this for now. That'll work for now. I think what I'll do for now, get rid of the bass for this. Just turn this off then with automation. So that's something we could do. And then I think, gosh, what else do we want to do? We could mess around with like this. Get rid of all this stuff. I didn't even realize this was all here. Why am I creating new ones? Alright, there we go. So this will be... Do we want to put like a fun new effect on here maybe? Because all the other stuff you've heard are from the same sample or from like, I don't know, because I remember taking 3 voice memos when I was jamming out on these mallets. So 1 of 3, but it's all of that, right? So we could change things up for some of these. I think we could do that. You could use a phaser for this one. And the question is, because we have this as well, do we want that to be phased as well? Because we could just turn this off, and then back on, and then back off. We could try that. Hear how that sounds, because there's this whole bit here. We could try that. What if we want to give this another thing? It's funny that I even have all of this like on the same track going back and forth. But let's hear something. Let's hear something. Maybe? I don't know about. Oh, hang on a moment. We want to get rid of the auto filter as well, I realize. because this has some pretty good low frequency that I want to utilize. If you can hear this. Yeah, those low notes. Yeah, I want to utilize those still. So maybe we don't need to have the phaser off for this. Let me try something. Okay, we don't have to have it though. We'll try chorus one last time though. Hear that out. Yeah, may not need anything. Instead, we mess with this. We just mess with everything. Mid gain. Let's hear that out. We could do both. So we want to do that. Because I want to get rid of that wind. That wind is not welcome here. And it's still happening. Because we want this. Hang on a second. We want that. So it was once this is that again. And then we even added the reverse last bit for good measure, just to hear how that would be like. Maybe not. Hang on. Maybe not. Yeah, we'll keep that unreversed, I think. I'm gonna do that again. mixing without headphones is you don't often notice things like slight wind blowing into the microphone for like a split, not even like a half a second, like a quarter of a second or something like that. And then you already do all this automation work on this sample sequence. And so now I'm having to like redo everything. I guess it'd be easier if I set it so that the automation doesn't get affected, but usually whenever I'm like copying and pasting a bunch of stuff over, I want the automation to go with everything. So it always feels like a hassle to me to have to like always like um, disable and enable that. But I could I could this time around. I wonder if this is the button that does that. Actually, hang on a second. Let me see something here. So there you go. The automation goes with the sequence. Press this button. It doesn't. All right, so that is what I want to do. It's just as easy as clicking this button. I think the real problem, the real reason it was a hassle is because I had no idea what this button did. And then one time, I must have hit it by accident, and then noticed that the automation wasn't moving, and I was like, "Why the sudden change?" And then I figured it out. I was like, "Okay, well, this button is just messing with me now." And then apparently that translated to I don't like this button. But no, I'll use it for this because I realized it's just gonna be hard to do it the other way. So have to go make dinner. This was awesome. Have fun. Oh, absolutely. Well, thanks for being here. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Enjoy your din din. Uh, and yeah, appreciate your support and you being here. Um, I'll probably be here for like another like 20-30 minutes or something, and then I'll probably decide not to stream after that. But yeah, this was really just for accountability, if anything, because I've been needing to finish these tracks. Well, in my heart and in my head, I've been needing to get these done, because I don't want them sitting around for longer than a year. And plus, the album that all these tracks are going to be on, I do want to just have that done as soon as I can, because the only thing that's really stopping me from doing that is me and my time management. Anyway, we're just going to. So what we want to do here is we just want to take this little bit. It's just going to be this. Nice, and I think it's just going to be the same thing here, right? It being the wind. I don't want wind in my recordings. I cannot. That will not work for me anymore. I used to try and use them creatively. I used to try and use like wind interfered voice memos creatively in the past from voice memos I would take where I didn't quite know how wind would affect it. But now it's like I'm trying to, you know, improve the quality on stuff and not try to look for cheats to make things work, because I still want things to be heard well enough. So I'm glad I made this edit for at least one of the instances that I can just copy and paste over. Oh, hello, Groove Boxer. I'm so glad you're here. Yeah, I've just been making beats, and this is gonna be hopefully ready for the upcoming album sooner than later. You know, I'm trying to make some more tweaks. Can't say they'll be the final tweaks, but I want to make a lot of tweaks so I feel more sure about, you know, how it's looking. So yeah, just having some fun here. This is a very mallet oriented dancey tune. I'm glad that you like the bells. Yeah, those were recorded by me. I went to this museum one time. It had like some mallets in front, and I just banged on them once, and I was like, yeah, let me record a few voice memos of this, because I really like how these sound. And so I actually have used these in a lot of stuff. Cloud Castle had actually Cloud Castle, I literally made it in the same session, so I could show you I could show you that right here. So that's what this. It's the same. Yeah, it's the same mallets. Oh yeah, I sped up the recording as well, but I was just noodling on these, and I ended up finding this. I ended up finding this rhythm and this sequence while I was coming up with ideas for this track. So this track I was working on first, and then for this one I did end up with another really cool thing, a lot more rhythmic, a lot more kind of like, you know, in the pocket. So this one's also sped up quite a bit. The original speed is more like, and even then, like the original pitch. Yeah, pesky wind. But yeah, and then I just came up with this thing, and then I have all this other stuff. I got a lot of drum layers here, but I'm really fond of this starting one. Actually, hang on 1 second. There we go. Just a very dry, very punchy kind of drum kit there. Even be on the right place to figure that out. Yeah, I already forget how I eat. Oh, hang on a second. Oh no, this is the way of the sidechain. Oh, hang on a second. I think I just figured it out how to do it. Oh, sorry about that. That must have been dreadful. Just terrible. Anyway, I don't know. Yeah, this is just something I'm messing around with now. Just seeing, just seeing what options I have. Okay, it might be working, but I also mainly want to try it with this kick drum one. Gosh. Here, so I'll have to figure out how to combat that. Actually, give me just a minute before I do. If anyone is still here, of course. All right, sorry for the silence. We will get back into this. Let's see here. I think this part sounds fine. I think the second half of this might be fine without the laser to the reverb here. We could do that. I have an idea as well. We could do like we could try and use a compressor here, maybe. Do like a... Well, that's of course if we can get a better result from this. What? Oh. That's how you do it. That's how you frickin' do it. Okay, Okay, I just forgotten to press that button. Alright then. That's how you make it happen. Alright. Now that I know that, hang on a second. Yeah, that might sound better. like this fade out actually. That's fine. That could be fine. That could be fine. We'll do like that. I'll just listen to this real quick. Hang on a second. There we go. Fixed that problem. Yeah, it was never supposed to be like that. Ooh, I wonder if.
Wait, can you like? Oh yeah. Wait, can you like?
Oh yeah. Wait, can you like? I wonder if it's like leaning forward a bit and that's why it's loose. Oh yeah. Wait. I could probably keep it at this pitch and mess around with it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Wait, can you like? I wonder if it's like leaning forward a bit and that's why it's loose. I know you want to sit on the big chair, right?
Ooh. Might be fine to make it softer though. I don't know if gain is what we need to add to this at all. Oh geez. Yeah, no, I don't think that's the way to do it. How long has this been here for?
then you could also, excuse me, just making sure we're, okay, yeah, that's already a thing. Okay, cool. Mixer, we could just go ahead and do that if we want to. I think this might be good for an export, for like a draft export. I think that could be fine. So we did get a lot done. We figured out how to compress some things and how to as a whole. That's certain stuff, but I would not have thought of that previous things. So this was a good helpful session for figuring out some more fun things and also fixing things. So yeah, we're moving along, folks. This is incredible. I think incredible stuff happening right Do I want to reverse this or no? Let's hear how this sounds. Maybe not as much. Could have some fun with this, couldn't we? Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Do I want that? What's this one? Yeah, I might be happy with that. I might be happy with that. This is another last thing to add here. could be fun. Yeah, that could be fun for a draft export. I don't necessarily mind. It just seems fun. It just seems like a good fun thing to do to carry this thing out. So yeah, I say let's go ahead and make the export. Let's see, gosh. I think. Let's see. Gotta be in the know about this sort of mathematics. Yeah. As it turns out, you still kind of need math in your life if you're gonna be a music producer. Alright. After this is done exporting, we'll see if I even did that right. Setting the length. Yeah, so I think what we'll do is we'll go to, I have it under here. The first track we worked on is in here. And now we have our other one. Yeah. I think that's, yeah, exactly what we wanted. Oh my word, that is incredible. An hour apart. That's so fun. All right, cool. Well, that's pretty much what I wanted to work on this stream. I wanted to come back to these two tracks, feeling better about them already. So yeah, very happy to have taken the time to to stream this, and I appreciate everyone coming in and watching and commenting. Y'all are lovely. I appreciate all of you. I think this might be a good place to end it. But yeah, I think this was very productive. Not conductive, but productive. Very much so. Yeah, and mayhaps the setup wasn't the best experience, but maybe I'll just need to have better equipment at the ready to even have like a better setup going. That being said, I think I'm gonna call it for today, but we'll for the live stream today. We'll see if I get up to more music stuff later on. However, I was very happy to take this time and try this out. So yeah, thanks to everyone who was around to see this, and thanks for the love. And I may be back around here sooner or later. We'll see what happens, but yeah, this was fun, and yeah, that'll be it for me. Take care, all you people, and goodbye.